better.
Jennifer Lopez is the rudest celebrity ever. For years now, people have shared their negative interactions with the celebrity, but lately people are speaking up more than ever before.
And then at the end of it, she's just like, don't touch me. And I was like, I didn't even touch.
I did not love delivering coffee to
Had a good experience
I
with
know,
that
and a
one.
lot of people have had good experiences with her, but a lot of people have also had not great experiences with her.
She picks and chooses.
I mean, I saw there was a clip earlier of her like spitting her gum into her assistant's hand, and a lot of people didn't like that.
Now we all know that J.Lo is linked to Diddy, and it has people questioning if she was involved in some of the crimes he committed. Now J.Lo and Diddy began dating in 1999 after meeting on the set of her music video for If You Had My Love. They ended up breaking up in 2001, but still talk here and there. The thing is though, J.Lo has been arrested with Diddy before, and some people think she lied to the police to cover for him. In 1999, Diddy was arrested following an incident that happened at a nightclub in New York, and J.Lo was with him, resulting in her getting arrested too. The incident started with a disagreement and ended with 3 different people becoming injured. After the incident, Diddy, J.Lo, and others left the scene, but then they were involved in a police car chase. According to the Washington Post, police found a stolen weapon in the car, and both Diddy and J.Lo were arrested and initially charged with criminal possession of stolen property. Now the charges against J.Lo were dropped overnight, but Diddy went to trial. Jennifer spent 14 hours in a police station as a result of the incident, and she later described it as an unfortunate situation, adding, "We were somewhere we shouldn't have been. It was a bad situation, and any bad situation that involves celebrities, people run with." Some witnesses, though, say that they saw J.Lo throw evidence out of the car while they were running from the police. Now, J.Lo has rarely spoken about the incident, but in the year 2000, she did address it in an interview with British Elle. She said, "It was a complete nightmare. I had absolutely no idea what was going on. No one did." Now, J.Lo was in a little more trouble when they were arrested because up until that point, Jennifer said she was born in 1970, but she was actually born in 1969. Now, why did she change her age? No one really knows. Some say it was to appear younger in Hollywood, and while I understand that, the difference was only 1 year, and to be honest, I don't think that would help that much. But yes, it was discovered that she was lying about her age. If she could lie about that and then was maybe caught tampering with evidence, how can we believe her about anything? Then back in 2015, Jennifer appeared on the Wendy Williams show with her mother. Now during the conversation, Wendy wanted to know if J.Lo and Diddy could ever get back together. Wendy said, "So if you recall, the last time you were here, I was telling you that I could always see you getting back with Puffy in a little way." Now J.Lo laughed and shook her head while Wendy shrugged, but J.Lo's mother's reaction was the most shocking part of this. A camera panned to her in the audience and she shouted no while doing a cut it hand gesture. Now safe to say, she didn't like Diddy and didn't want her daughter to get back together with him, which honestly was probably the right call. But I truly wonder what happened between them that made her mother hate him so much. I mean, J.Lo has said in the past that Diddy cheated on her, but she never had any real proof. She said, "I was in this relationship with Puff where I was totally crying crazy and going nuts. It really took my whole life in a tailspin." Now, she grew increasingly concerned about his fidelity, saying, "I never caught him, but I just knew," she said of his cheating. Now, Diddy himself admitted that he was often unfaithful in relationships, but was there more to this relationship that made J.Lo's mother hate him? I guess we'll never know. Then there's the fact that J.Lo likes to exaggerate growing up in the Bronx. You see, when J.Lo's documentary, The Greatest Love Story Never Told, was released this year, viewers had issues with the way she described growing up in the Bronx. In one scene, it shows Jennifer looking into a mirror, reminiscing about her childhood. She says, "I like taking my hair out like this. It reminds me like when I was 16 in the Bronx, running up and down the block, crazy little girl who used to be wild and no limits, all dreams." But even though she loves speaking about the Bronx, it's a place she actively avoids, as people who actually live in the Bronx have exposed. One TikTok creator, Photos by Angela, posted a video alleging that she and J.Lo had gone to the same high school and claims to have waited for years before speaking out, having been annoyed in silence. Now in the TikTok clip, she accused J.Lo of lying and using the residents of the Bronx to look human. human. We both attended an all-girls high school in an Irish and Italian neighborhood, so you weren't running up and down the block, she says. Not to mention the fact that J.Lo starred in a car commercial that took place in the Bronx, but the ad backfired when it was reported that J.Lo never actually went to the Bronx to film the ad, and that a body double stand-in was used instead. Now it seems like J.Lo just acts like she loves the Bronx, but it's just a facade. It's so strange that she's made this her main image and personality though, when there are people who can actually deny all of this. Then there's how J.Lo stays looking young. Now J.Lo is beautiful for her age, and everyone has always commented on how well she's aged, but it seems like there might be something at play here that not everyone can do. Now J.Lo herself says the key to her flawless skin is olive oil. The star spoke out ahead of the launch of her J.Lo beauty skincare range, saying of olive oil, "It's a secret I've used over the years because it really does work." But fans and professionals are not convinced. In the past, fans have caught J.Lo using video filters to blur her skin to make it look perfect. And then there's the people who have accused the star of getting cosmetic work done. Plastic surgeon Corey Hartman took to Instagram to challenge J.Lo on her whole olive oil thing. He said, "There are some things that I think and other things that I know for sure. I think Jennifer Lopez is probably forgetting if she's ever had Botox, but I know for sure that she's used more than olive oil to maintain that glow. I really thought that we turned the corner on Botox denial and judging others for personal choices when it comes to cosmetic procedures." Now Jennifer has obviously not responded to these claims, but many other surgeons and people online have speculated that she's gotten work done. And then there's the fact that J.Lo is a diva and has so many demands whenever she performs. Honestly, I'm shocked people still hire her because it seems like a pain in the butt to do everything that she wants. Now when she appeared on the British television show Top of the Pops in the late 90s, it's been said that she refused to perform unless her dressing room was completely redecorated. It's alleged that J.Lo demanded that everything had to be white or she wouldn't go on stage. Now this seems to be a theme because it was reported while attending a recording session for the African AIDS charity single What's Going On in 2002, she submitted her standard tour rider, which demanded a 40-foot trailer furnished all in white from top to bottom, flowers, tablecloth, drapery, couches, candles, everything. Love don't cost a thing, says Gary Sussman at Entertainment Weekly, but being a diva sure can be expensive. And hey, I gotta agree. Then there's her hotel demands. In the 90s and early 2000s, it was said that she had very specific food and beverage notes for the hotels she stayed at. Her personal suite must include a coffee maker, hot water pot, toaster, microwave, and an oven all set up before she arrives. Additionally, she requests plates, coffee mugs, thermos cups, and silverware. Now she also demanded 12 bottles of water for her second room, which was her wardrobe room. It seems like she didn't change her ways though, as in January 2016, she started her Las Vegas residency. She signed a 3-year contract to perform roughly 120 shows a year at Planet Hollywood's Axis Theater. She makes $350,000 for each show and performed 3 times a week. But this wasn't enough for her, as she had more demands. She requested 3 penthouse suites all next to each other, she asked for a playground in her suite for her kids, and she also demanded a personal laundry service and for each room to have its own on-call butler wearing all white. The housekeeping staff had to sign full disclosure agreements to ensure that they didn't spill any of her secrets. Now she requested brand new toilets for the backstage area, and then again, an all-white dressing room. Now I'm sure if she were to have gone through with her summer tour, the demands would have been even more insane. Well, that's all for our list of the biggest secrets Jennifer Lopez has been hiding from us. Now, did anything on our list shock you? Let us know in the comments down below, and don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel. I'm your host Emily, and we'll see you next time.